All right, folks, welcome back to another edition. As always, the big man on the ones and twos. How we doing, Big Rob?
Good ourselves, Tom.
Good, man. Weather, again, unbelievable.
Right.
Speaking of weather, Rob, Saturday might have been the best championship weather we've ever had.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Got a little cool at the end of it, but it was nice.
Oh, it was beautiful out. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better day. Again, we've gotten super lucky with championships, but, by the time guys teed off, what were we, low 60s, maybe high 50s. A little bit of wind, but for the most part, the day literally couldn't have been any better.
No, yeah, it was great. That course was I was very surprised. Like, I want to go back there and play there.
I was blown away, honestly. Glencoe Golf Club, for those wondering, was the Northside Tour host for the championship, and it is spectacular. To Rob's point, I was drooling the entire time we were there. I mean, it's old school.
Yeah.
Meaning tree line fairways, tight, not very long by any means, and a lot of just like really cool holes where you don't need to hit driver. You got to lay up short of water.
I felt like it was ridge, man. I felt like when we were driving down, I felt like I was driving in the ridge. I honestly hope they don't do the new clubhouse. I love the old school cottage look for the two separate clubhouses. I thought that was awesome.
I was going to say that little compound area, near the first tee, the putting green, like it was just everything about it was just like super convenient and super cool. There was a really good vibe. Saturday was awesome. Guys were having a blast. It was definitely a different vibe than the Southside Tour Championship. I would say the vibe was a little bit more looser.
Yeah.
Which was cool. Maybe it was just because there was less guys.
I think that's totally it, that there was less guys. It was more manageable. It wasn't chaotic with everybody around. I think everybody just enjoyed being at the first tee, watching everybody tee off. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. But again, Glencoe, unreal. I would highly suggest getting out there. I can't wait to go back out there in the spring.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of the holes, were tight, but it's like just like Ridge or any other small country club where, you didn't have to use driver most of the time. And I thought I like that a lot. So
absolutely.
Greens look great. The par threes looked like they're a little challenging. The finishing holes weren't easy. You had some dog legs and some trouble off the tee. So I think it was a perfect championship course.
Yeah. You definitely had to hit shots. Especially off the tee, especially your approach in. The greens they looked insane. I mean, they looked like they were rolling pure all day.
Well, they turned around because Jay played last month, he said, or a couple weeks ago, and he said they were a little beat up, and man, they looked pristine, to be honest.
Yeah, they're in great shape. And we have a new Northside Tour champion, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Christopher Lindley.
It was close, though. It was close.
Yeah, he fired a 85 for 70 net. It was close. A lot of the top seven guys, which we'll get to here in a minute, it could have went one way or another. And I'll tell you what, probably the highlight of the tournament was Mr. Ethan Aubie. I mean, he went nuts. He went bananas. Kind of fell apart on the last two holes, went double on the back-to-back par fives.
Did he go double?
Or sorry, bogey.
Yeah.
The last two, but he was essentially, I think, +1 heading into 17. And Ethan, I think, is like a 6. Yeah, he's a 6. He was a 6 playing as an 8 there. He was +1 heading into 18 or 17, and then went double to shoot 75 for a net 67. So he was on fire. Mr. Steve Fruzine, he was on fire as well.
Yeah.
He fell apart on the back. There was a lot of good golf being played down the stretch. So to your point, coming in, it was kind of it was a toss-up whether who was going to take the trophy.
It was fun sitting on the 18th green watching everybody come in. I know it's a par 5, but I don't think many people could go forward in 2. If I was wrong, I felt like everybody had their chip shot in to lay up and try to go for that birdie. So that was fun to watch.
Right. And we'll go over the top 7 here. So these are the top 7 finishing overall for the Northside Tour. Like I said, number 1, Christopher Lindley, champion. Ethan Aubie finished 2nd. Chris Tanko 3. Richard Kenny 4. Chris Jada 5. John Butch 6. And rounded out Doug Woodworth finishing 7th. So those are your top 7 overall 2022 Northside Tour.
And then we had the E-Flight too.
Yeah, E-Flight champion.
Michael Short, right? I think.
Yes. Let's see. Past. Yep. Michael Short was the E-Flight champion. Yeah. To be honest, Rob, Saturday was a ton of fun. I think.
Yes.
I think maybe the Southside Tour, we were just a little bit overwhelmed this past Saturday. You and I had like a lot more time to kind of soak it all in, and we got to cruise around obviously and follow guys. Like I said, it was just a different vibe. It was a lot more calm. Everything was taken care of. Everything was kind of broken down, all ready to go.
A lot of walkers. A lot of guys walked.
A lot of walkers. That is a good point. Great course to walk, to be honest.
Yeah, I was. Like I said, I want to get back out there.
Yeah. Speaking of other golf news, Rob, did you catch any of the Sanderson Farms?
No, we had the championship all day Saturday. And then Sunday was family time. I didn't get to see any of it, to be honest with you. Tried to follow on Twitter, but couldn't catch a thing.
I didn't catch a lick of it either. I do know we didn't hit with T's picks. Mackenzie Hughes won the Sanderson Farms. We got the Shriners this week, Rob. Do you like anybody in that field?
I'm going to have to go home.
I wonder what his odds are. He is not one of T's picks.
Oh, he's not?
He's not. We'll jump right into Bucket with T's picks. His long shot. It's Higo, 200-1. Kitayama, 90-1. McNeely, 65-1. Noren, 50-1. And T's favorite, M, 10-1. And you could book it with T. You like any of those picks?
I like McNeely. I really like to see him win, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean,
again, what was he at?
McNeely's 65-1.
Okay. I
like that as well. I mean, I even like Higo 200-1. I mean, the guy's won a ton on the European Tour. I'm pretty sure he has a PGA Tour victory. I think he got his first one last year. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. But,
I think you're right.
The guy could play.
Is he the guy from South Africa?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think is he a lefty?
You might be right.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, those are the Book It with T. Rob, we got the WST Championship this Saturday. Prairie Land.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a little cold, but
it is. High of 54?
Yeah.
Something like that.
We're teeing off a little earlier than the north side. So
actually, well, I'm in Oak Lawn right now, but it says high of 59. But regardless, to your point, at 10 a.m.
if there's wind and it's open, it's going to be a little chilly.
I mean, I've only been to Prairie Landing, I think twice, and every time I've been there, it's like Harborside. You expect there to be 15-mile-an-hour wind every time you get there because it's so wide open. But Prairie Landing is a gem. It's kind of a ton of water, a lot of tricky shots where you got to lay up, to a number, carry water. It's definitely going to make for a great championship. So I'm pumped for Saturday. Yeah,
I'm excited to see the guys out there and drive around again.
Yeah, it's going to be cold though. To your point,
I'm probably wearing pants for this one. I kind of regretted not having pants on for the end of the north side. It's a little chilly.
I would imagine. I mean, it's been getting pretty chilly at night, which is awesome. But right now, I mean, there's zero wind. Weather's beautiful. This is like pristine golf weather.
Yeah.
No.
Is it today National Golf Lovers Day or something like that too?
Today is?
I believe so.
I don't know. It should be National Big Guy Weather.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's so nice out. If it was like this year round, where you could just like open the windows, not have the AC on, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But we're going to jump right into the top 3 wrap. Are you ready for the top 3?
I'm ready for the top 3. All right. So I was thinking about this the other day too on the drive home. What are your top 3 food joints outside of pizza? Your go-tos.
Talking about mom and pops chains. We talking about just
whatever, just outside of pizza. Like let's keep it outside pizza.
Ooh, that's a tough one. In the 3-hole, I'm going Chinese, and I'm most likely going Chai Town.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, or King's Walk. Number 2, I'm going to like a hot dog or a beef stand, whether that's like a Nicky's, a Portillo's, some type of hot dog beef stand. There's a bunch of them around here. I switch it up.
Yep.
Number 1, I'm going Mexican. I'm going to most likely El Gallo.
There you go.
11th in Oak Lawn, or the other El Gallo in Beverly. But I could eat Mexican and pizza. I could switch off between Mexican and pizza every other day.
Nice. I wish there's an El Gallo out here, to be honest with you. The 3-hole would have to be Portillo's. Love their hot dogs. Go with that.
Their chopped salads are unbelievable too.
Chopped salads are good. Yes, I agree. 2 would have to be Q's. Big Q's guy. Well, they got good wings. They're hush puppies or Q puppies, whatever they call them. And then my number 1 is a good sub place like Fontano's. Love to go to Fontano's.
Yeah, Fontano's is really good. Their meatball sub's insane. Their Italian's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
been
to the Fontano's over here in some time. It's kind of a hike. Not really, but there's just so many other options closer.
Sure.
Great top 3 as always, Rob. Speaking of, this is the last event of the year. The last event of 2022, Rob.
It's crazy to think about.
Crazy. I mean, you remember, when did we start this pod? Like last October?
Yeah.
So we're coming up on a year for the pod.
Yeah, I mean, if we're at episode 50, I think, because we took the 1 week off, yeah. So we're almost at a full year.
Yeah, wild. I can't believe we've done 50 of these.
I can't believe we went through 12, well, technically almost 36 events in
it's crazy. 24 weeks, Rob.
Yep.
Like quick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a wrap for the season. We'll definitely have a pod out next week, and then I think you and I talked about maybe just chilling out for the holiday season. But until then, we'll keep pumping them out. We'll go over, the reviews. Obviously, we'll be sending out feedback surveys for you guys to fill out.
Yep.
We'll be talking about that stuff. We'll be talking about, things that we're looking to change up, switch up for next season, potential courses that we're going to get out and scout / do research for the 2023 season round.
Yep. Yeah.
But, until then, we'll see you in the fairway, big guy.
See you in the fairway, Tom.
See you, buddy.